2023 is just around the corner, and that means more games to look forward to. While your Starfields and Zeldas will undoubtedly be the center of attraction when it comes to single-player experiences, there is no shortage of upcoming AA and indie games that are looking really promising at the moment, and it's necessary to give them the spotlight they deserve. All that said, here are 15 upcoming single-player games that you probably didn't know about, but certainly demand your attention. Lost Soul Aside. Taking inspiration from the likes of action games, developer UltiZero Games' upcoming Lost Soul Aside is looking like a promising hack-and-slash game. Players take control of a warrior and a shape-shifting companion, as they make their way through a world where technology and fantasy coalesce together in a beautiful way. The combat is fast and frenetic, and the visuals are absolutely stunning, which is why you should definitely keep an eye out for Lost Soul Aside when it releases in the near future. Project The Perceiver. One of the more recent announcements in the list, Project The Perceiver can best be described as Ghost of Tsushima meets Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Set against the backdrop of ancient China, the game follows an artist who dies moments before completing his masterpiece, but is brought back to life by a mysterious force, following which he embarks on a quest to save his land from intruders. The combat is stylish, yet remains a methodical flair to it, and the open world looks gorgeous with stunning vistas and a grand sense of scale. Project Grey. Currently in development at Indie, Project Grey puts you in the shoes of a native who has gained some special abilities thanks to an advanced civilization that has landed on its shores. Now it's up to him to stand up to the aliens and drive them away from his planet. Project Grey started life as a one-man project, and it's still some ways away from release, but it looks gorgeous with some dynamic gameplay that revolves between traversal and combat flawlessly. Mumbai Gullies. Mumbai Gullies is a story about the protagonist rising through the ranks of Mumbai's underworld throughout different time periods. The game is open world, so it seems fair to expect a number of surprises while exploring every nook and cranny of this faithfully recreated rendition of the Indian city of dreams. Mumbai Gullies has the potential to morph into a grand hit, and we really hope that it does exactly that. Airtight City 2.0. Airtight City 2.0 sees players assuming the role of a soldier who is powered by millions of souls, and if you think that premise is interesting, wait until you see the game in action. The combat looks absolutely brutal, with our armored protagonist seamlessly switching between weapons and abilities to get through hordes of enemies. Airtight City 2.0 doesn't have a release date at this point, but stay tuned to learn more. IGI Origins. Toadman Interactive is bringing back a beloved franchise with IGI Origins, which looks like everything we would want from a modern entry in the series. IGI Origins presents itself with a fresh coat of paint thanks to updated visuals, and the hybrid gameplay loop of action and stealth is sure to captivate gamers once again when it releases for all major platforms sometime in the future. Moon Mystery. Moon Mystery at its core is a game about uncovering the many secrets that lie undiscovered on its surface. Cosmonauts ask some pretty intriguing questions about our race to the moon, such as what was the real reason behind the race to reach the moon. It's pretty rooted in alternate history and sci-fi fiction, and the gameplay seems to put equal amounts of attention to combat and exploration, which has us salivating for the final release. Bramble the Mountain King. Bramble the Mountain King might seem like an ordinary adventure game at first glance, but upon further inspection, you will soon realize that it's so much more than just that. The story sees you embarking on a grand adventure to rescue your sister from dark threats that haunt these lands. The journey will be punctuated by interesting set pieces, gargantuan threats, and emotional story beats that should make Bramble the Mountain King a game worth looking into. Little Devil Inside. Neostream Interactive's Little Devil Inside has been a long time coming, and suffice to say, it looks really promising. The trailer showcases our explorer characters going through a mundane personal life as well as an adventurous professional life as they search for monsters. The game will be open world, and the minimalist cartoony art style really draws you in. Aftermath. Aftermath puts you in the shoes of Charlie as he trudges through a city in vain hopes of finding his daughter. all while dealing with perils of an inhuman invasion. Apart from that, Aftermath will also put a lot of focus on Charlie's own mental health issues such as PTSD, which will have huge ramifications on gameplay as well. Aftermath looks really intriguing, and while it doesn't have a release date just yet, we are really looking forward to playing it. Vigilancer 2099. Vigilancer 2099 is all about your player characters taking up on bounties to pay off some huge debt. And Voident Studios' upcoming action-adventure is steeped in references to famous works of cyberpunk art, but also has enough flavor of its own to help distinguish it from the rest of the pack. The visuals look gorgeous, and while gameplay details remain scant for now, Vigilancer 2099 certainly has our attention. Illness. Not to be confused with Project Ill from Cloud Games, Illness is another upcoming different survival horror experience from publisher ASD Studios. Illness is inspired by a classic horror fiction novel, Dreamcatcher, and it paints a bleak and dim world where survival seems unlikely. But you must trudge through all odds to remain alive. It looks absolutely brutal, and it currently is set for a 2022 release date, though that would be updated soon. Where Winds Meet. Much like Project The Perceiver that we discussed before, Where Winds Meet is an open-world action RPG that's set against the backdrop of ancient China, and it also tells a story that's deeply personal to the protagonist, as he faces a moral dilemma between upholding his code of conduct or use everything in his power to defeat his enemies. The combat and traversal are looking pretty fast-paced, and they all culminate to form a dynamic gameplay proceeding that looks really enchanting. Pioneer. In so many ways, Pioneer looks like a true next-gen survival game. GFA Games paints a bleak world on the brink of destruction, and that gives way to interesting gameplay elements like well-designed first-person combat, PvP elements, and base building among others. Pioneer will be coming to PC sometime in the near future, and more details will be revealed soon. Paranormal Tales. Digital Cybercherry's upcoming Paranormal Tales is a collection of stories about people who went missing in a dark forest, and players must play through footage of those recordings to find out the mystery behind those disappearances. Paranormal Tales utilizes a rather unique body cam perspective, and the developers are teasing some disturbing horror elements that are likely to get under your skin. And that has us excited to know more about it, and hopefully we get to play soon. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.